All right, hold on.
Okay,
Whoa,
good afternoon,
whoa,
everybody.
whoa.
Welcome to the live show.
All right, hold on.
Welcome to the live show.
Hold on, guys. Oh, is that? Hold on. Oh no, I don't have it open. That was you.
Yeah. I had just closed the, or muted the
What
YouTube
the
window.
fuck?
Hey, this is cool. Look at this. Watch this. I think this is cool.
What? Yeah. How can I adjust the volume? It's just like way too loud on my AirPods. Man, even if I turn my volume all the way down, it ain't gonna do shit. Actually, my volume's all the way down. The fuck?
There. Now we can watch ourselves. David's there. See, now we can watch ourselves.
Damn, I don't need to put this thing in my ear. Way too loud. Hang on, guys. I'm ditching these.
Okay.
I'm going.
Hey, David.
Hello. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. I got a story on video cameras to tell you guys. You're going to laugh your butts off. And it's these two right here.
Okay, that's much better. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right, let's turn my mic volume up a bit. Okay. Yeah, these are much better. It's not like ear raping me anymore. It's not like someone's screaming into my ear.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was just trying to use my new AirPods with the computer. They hooked up all right, but it's just I can't control the volume.
There was no way to turn them down?
No matter how I could, even in the settings. Oh, you got a hazy sticker. I'm jelly. Y'all bastards. Look, see, if I had one, I could be holding it up.
I have two. I'll send you one.
Nah, you keep two. You keep two.
Actually, I have three. I have one that was with the little.
You keep those. Hazy sent you those.
This one isn't the one with the double face. It's the real one.
Okay.
You mean one of these simulated stickers?
Dizzy might have some too. He might even send you one of the round ones. I don't have a round sticker. I'm jealous.
I keep that with the CD.
Oh, let me disconnect. That's what I wanted.
My CD came with the one with little tapes on the back, and then when I was at the party, he gave me a sticker, another sticker.
All right.
Devices.
So David, remember back in
Remove.
the late 70s, early 80s, they did the surround sound. You know, to where the music was supposed to be all the way around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got surround video because that's it coming off the Apple, the Mac, right there.
Oh, you got 360.
Hang on one sec.
That's the live stream right there.
You're not connecting.
Who's not connecting?
I'm trying to connect the AirPods back to my phone now.
Oh, okay.
Turn the phone off and turn the phone back on.
It's been weird.
Let me go through my little spiel on video cameras. All right. Did everybody watch my last video where I was grinding on the bumper and everything else?
Yeah, you put the coat, you put the epoxy on it. That's the last one I've seen.
All right. Well, this video camera, hence the yellow stripe, was the camera that videoed that, and that was up about five, maybe 4.5 feet on a tripod, and maybe 4 feet away. But the grinding still got to the lens. If you look at that video, you'll see black.
Yeah, I see the little.
Yeah. So the video got to the lens, and I didn't realize it until I went back and looked at that video.
I hope that wasn't a good camera.
So these are about $100, maybe $200.
I consider that a good camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I had this other one, that I talked about sending to you, David. So I figured, well, I'm going to pop this one. I'm going to put the memory chip out of this one, and I'm going to pop and put it into this one, and I'll video on this one. Well, the bad thing about it is I set this one up identical to this one, but I can't download any movies off of this one. I videoed the whole sanding and mudding.
Send me the what do you call that? Send me the card out of the camera and I'll transfer it for you.
He sent a fence.
I got the same thing. I can transfer it here.
It's not the SIM card. What am I trying to say? It's one of these.
The memory card.
The SD card.
Yeah, one of these little cards.
Yeah, the micro SD, or that's an SD, not a micro.
Well, one of my computers has a slot in the side of it. You can just plug that SD card right into the computer.
Yeah, it's got a card reader.
Dump whatever's on the card off them.
Well, I got a card reader too, so it's.
Oh, okay.
You have one in the back of the Mac.
The thing of it is it didn't put it on the memory card. It's in.
You have to reformat. You have to have the camera reformat the card.
And I can't sit there and seem to pull it up. So
you've lost them.
No, they're still on here. I can view them on this camera. So I got to just look at these a little more before.
Yeah, but if you want to use that card in the other camera, you'll probably have to format the card and have the camera do that for you. You go into the camera and the camera will do the format for you.
Well, I'll take a look at that and see what happens. So that's all. But the bumper is epoxy prime. It's all the mudding and wet sanding has all been done on it. It's got 4 areas of spot putty on it that I got to sand down. There are a couple of pinholes in the body filler, and then I found 3 other areas that I got to lay some more body filler on the back of the bumper, and then the whole backside got to be wet sanded. So I'll probably tomorrow get it in epoxy for the last time. And also, rocket scientist that I am, there was a big argument or big discussion before on whether you put body work, all your filler on top of the bare metal, then epoxy over it and everything else. And then there was a school of thought that you'd sit there and you epoxy, then you do your body work, and then epoxy over everything once it's all done. And I sat there and I didn't think too much of that until I thought what they're getting at is they're trying to put the body work in between 2 layers of epoxy primer and hold it in there. So that's what I was thinking, but it's either way, I don't know. It went nice this way, but then there's the other way, and that's the way I was taught. I mean, get it down to bare metal, do your body work and fill it, and then put it back, then prime it. But yeah, but the bumper will be hung back up and will be epoxy primed tomorrow sometime. I don't know when. It all depends on how I get up and want to wet sand and get it going. I thought this was kind of neat, so we'll get rid of it.
So then technically I should be able to put the heads.
That's the Mac computer.
The Apple. It's an Apple.
It's an Apple. It's an Apple computer that T-Dub sent me that I've been playing with.
But aren't Apple and Mac the same thing?
Pretty much, yeah.
They don't make Macs anymore.
It's a Mac Mini. You can see it in the screen right above the keyboard. That little square. That's the computer.
So, Pat, you got time this weekend to come over?
Sure.
When?
Whenever you need. I'm currently adjusting a drawing because of Clark County, a jurisdiction that remains to be nameless doesn't understand the ceiling pocket rule. Oh, hey, bro, what's going on? I was just telling Dad about the little ceiling pocket rule. I've got issue.
Well, you can't fix stupid. as an NFPA committee member, I think he's wrong and needs to go get some training on how to do his job properly.
He's misinterpreting the ceiling pocket rule in NFPA 13D.
Are we talking a county plans examiner?
I'm not saying what jurisdiction he works for.
So how's the weather out there today?
It's good.
107 is the high. And you
Oh
just
wait, my
hear
computer's not happy.
your computer ain't happy or your camera isn't happy, Tito.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's telling me it's not cool enough to use my camera. Freaking
Shit,
iOS
man.
14. I'll be back.
All right.
All right.
We'll be
If
here.
I put it there and if I go 16, I won't be past the edge. So it's going to be
Jan
an
Dog, what's
obstruction.
going on?
Oh, I don't even have YouTube up. Let me bring it up.
Oh, I did. What happened to it? Did it get closed? Yeah, it did.
Let me get rid of this for a second.
Oh, Pat, you heard what the discharge committee did you?
What? Oh, took single point densities away?
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit, I got it in stereo. There we go. Let's mute that shit right now.
There we go.
Oh, you presenting T-Dub?
I'm in there twice.
Oh, look at that. That's what she said.
There you go. Oh, Pat. Okay. I think the only one that got it was me and T-Dub.
Oh,
David's
no, David
reading
was shaking his head.
David's reading the chat.
Okay.
Oh, man. All right, so what am I going to do? I'm going to have to add a third head on this side because now my ceiling pocket's going to be an obstruction, my soffit, because I can't get far enough away from it to spray underneath it.
Shandog said hi to Pat and hi to T-Dub.
Hey, Shandog.
And who did that? Okay.
What happened? Did T-Dub leave? Yeah, he left.
He popped out again. And David's muted.
He muted himself.
I can't unmute you.
Looks so serious.
So I got video cameras to play with later on tonight then. Here we go. I like his name now. David, now you're not
I'm unmuted.
Fuck
I'm trying to get
technology.
YouTube to work. We keep trying to put something in a comment and it's going to another screen and doing something weird.
Oh, there he goes. Did we lose him? Oh, okay. I was gonna say. Now he's just fucking with us. He's putting his thumb over the camera.
Or Elena's down running around.
Oh,
Oh,
dude.
no, she's over there.
Oh, she's eating.
Hi,
She's having
Chris.
some
Hi,
snack.
Elena.
Hi, Chrissy.
They say hi. She says hi.
So Elena's eating? What's she eating?
Oh,
Cow milk. Fucking really?
the girls, man. They got everything. They got the Xbox still on, and both phones are going. They got both iPads going in the room.
That's exactly it. I'm about to go get on a wired connection. I'll be back. Don't worry, you'll see me to cook dinner.
Oh, we'll be here.
Fucking
But yeah,
technology.
so here you go, Dad. Basically, I have a ceiling pocket that's formed by a soffit. Picture your island surrounded by an 8-inch deep soffit from the ceiling, 8 inches down, 18 inches wide. Probably, what's the dimension? Inside dimension is 13.3 by 8 foot. So it's 106 square feet, but you can't multiply it by 1 because it's not 1 foot tall. So if you multiply it by 0.667, because it's 8 inches difference, I get 70.
That's what she said.
I get 70.87 cubic feet. Bless you.
Okay.
And he's trying to tell me that the area around the ceiling area around, oh, there we go. Fuck Wi-Fi. Hell yeah. The ceiling area around the soffit needs to be protected or needs to be considered into the cumulative area of the ceiling pocket. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm not going to sit there and fucking explain him. Because he marked up a PDF and sent it over. And Yeah.
Well, I don't get it. Okay, you have to have a ceiling pocket. Is that for the sprinkler?
Yeah.
Well, the ceiling
Okay,
pocket
the
rules.
sprinkler has to be in the pocket.
He's telling me it has to be, and the way based on the size and everything of it, I don't need to. I meet the requirements of the ceiling pocket. So
What the rules allow is you to omit the ceiling pocket, the sprinkler within the ceiling pocket at the higher elevation, provided all the floor is covered around the ceiling pocket.
but here's the funny thing though too, before we continue, it's not actually at a higher elevation. It's just a pocket formed because there's an 8-inch architectural feature that's 16 or 18 inches wide, 1'6" wide, going around like 15 feet by 10 feet.
Oh, something like decorative or something.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
then you have to bring the sprinkler down
It
to
creates
a certain level.
underneath
So
it,
that
the spray underneath it.
yeah, that makes sense to me. Now you had to explain it, but I got it.
But I had to, so I put the sprinkler at the lower elevation inside the soffit because it's 18 inches wide. Oh, what the fuck? What a wired connection didn't help either, dude. So I put the sprinkler in the lower part because it's 18 inches wide. There's enough room to get your little 1 5/8" diameter sprinkler in there. And he said, "No,
you're
that's
dealing with a city or a council bureaucrat.
yeah, okay, yeah."
That gets paid, probably gets paid a sum and goes
And
on
here's the fun,
vacation.
Careful here, David.
and here's the funny part. Here's the irony in the whole situation. I do the same job for a different jurisdiction. Oh, look at that. See, he's trying to, oh, whoa. He's trying to tell me all that area needs to be counted into the pocket, but that's not my pocket. The inside is the pocket. All that
Inside
area.
here.
Yes.
No, he doesn't have to do that. All he has to worry about is what you're saying, the
Yes.
space.
Hey,
He doesn't
Dad,
have to make all that a pocket.
as a former plans examiner, is there total floor coverage in this kitchen area before you put a sprinkler in this pocket?
Well, this is in a kitchen.
Yeah,
it's a kitchen.
The stove's on the right, refrigerator
This is-
at the bottom. That's an
Yes.
island.
Now, is this in a residence or in a commercial?
Yes, a house.
Yes.
So you don't need to have sprinklers over like in a restaurant. You don't need the fire suppression system.
No, because there's no hood. There's no hood. There's not a
There's
commercial
no
cooking
hood.
hood.
So this is a domestic kitchen.
Yeah, there will be.
Everything in there will get wet. You will put wet stuff on the red stuff if there was a fire in this kitchen as it sits designed right now.
Stand right dead center of that red square, and I will get drowned if those heads go off.
This is what happens when you have poorly trained plans examiners working for an authority having jurisdiction. Come to my class.
Hi.
I will train you. Shameless plug for my employer, who will remain nameless because we do stupid shit on this channel.
Yeah. So let's see. Shandog, Captain I got him the link, but he's probably taking a nap.
So, but yeah, that's my dilemma. So now I'm just going to pull the heads out of the soffit, and I'm going to put one in the middle, right in the middle.
Real quick, Pat, can I interject real quick?
Yeah.
All right, the red outline right here, where you can see my cursor, right here.
Yeah.
That's where he's saying the soffit, where the kitchen cabinets are. Have you ever seen a kitchen cabinet that exceeds the width of the countertop below in your life?
Oh,
No.
And look what he drew. See here, this black line right here that I'm following with my cursor?
Yeah,
That's the countertop below. So it's 12 inches in width typically, right?
Exactly. The only argument I have with that is, well, actually, it's probably 18 or 24 because of the stove. Look at the stove there.
Okay, so I'll give you 24. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
but
shut up and give you 24 inches.
all right, but still 24. But even out here, I can tell you most cabinets, they don't go full height. They give you that, like, think of mom and dad's house. They give you that space above the cabinets. It's like 12 or 18.
And we ignore that.
We do.
Shandog, he is.
We do.
As long as the projections from a wall does not exceed a certain distance, we ignore it and treat it as if it doesn't exist. Hey, Pat, but going on what we talked about earlier, reasonable fire protection.
This is beyond reasonable. What's on this is beyond reasonable.
Hey, Captain,
hello, Captain.
Fire Sprinklers 101 for
But
you.
the house is still there. You didn't burn
Okay.
the house down.
No, and then here's the funny thing. All these systems are designed for is to make sure that you as the occupant and the homeowner can safely get out of the house. And 9 times out of 10, this ends up happening. The sprinkler puts out enough water, it ends up putting the fire out. So all the fire department does come in. Oh, okay, the sprinkler did its job. No fire. All right, we'll help with a little water cleanup, but we only got 10 minutes. And then they're
Yeah.
done.
The
insurance
water
takes
supply
care of it.
duration does not exceed 10 minutes for a 13D or a 13R system. We want to control the fire long enough for the people to get the fuck out.
And that's it. No more, no less.
I know we had a fire at my job, and that's commercial. You know, it's not residential, but there was so much damage from those sprinklers. They had to replace all the floors, the walls. You know how they do in floods? They had to replace the gypsum board on the wall about a foot up from the floor. They had to put all new coving in.
David, it beats replacing the building.
Hold
Yeah,
on, I
I'm
got
not,
an argument
not
for that.
complaining about the sprinklers.
She does
The
got
fire
a safety.
department, it was actually a
Yep, I've got an argument. I will end that right there.
All right.
What happened is the sprinklers in a commercial application discharge anywhere from 25 to 35 GPM or gallons per minute. A fire hose line, when the fire department comes in, that's 250 gallons per minute or more.
You want me to do?
The
What
fire
water
department,
damage is-
when the fire department got there, the fire wasn't out. It was controlled.
Yeah.
So then the
Nobody
damage was
was
from
in
the
the
hose
building
line.
except the security, and that was on the weekend. But they had to put it out with foam because it was a chemical fire inside of a machine. So
The
they had to put it out.
water damage was due to hose lines. I'll guarantee it. The sprinklers may have activated and controlled the fire for the fire department to get there. Which is-
The sprinklers kept the building from burning down. That's what it did.
That's what
It was a lot
NFPA
of damage,
13
but
wants.
it kept the building was still there.
Exactly.
The sprinkler system is designed to contain a fire. That's all it to contain it.
Did
99%
its job.
time of the time it'll put the fire out.
It didn't have to put the fire out. It just had to keep everything else around
That's it.
catching on fire and burning up. You know,
Exactly, David. You hit the nail on the head.
fire out.
We want
That's the biggest thing that when we were sitting there doing residential fire sprinklers, we turned around and looked at a homeowner saying, okay, your home catches fire and we got a sprinkler head in there going off and it's roughly going to dump out 13 gallons a minute. Okay. So now here comes rookie fireman coming up with his trainer, and they got a 2.5-inch hose line that puts out 250 gallons a minute. How much now water's going in your house regardless, because you got a fire in there. Which would you rather have? 13 gallons a minute that's going to contain the fire, or 250 gallons a minute that's going to remove your sheetrock from the walls?
The 13 gallons a minute that'll contain the fire.
And just so you know, and I just want you to know, the 13 gallons a minute is still enough to remove the underlaying or the top layer of sheetrock from chipboard. I've
Yeah,
seen
but
it,
it's the top layer. It's not
but
the
still,
whole.
though, but that was only like 5 minutes. I was only 5 minutes of runtime. So let's say that you're away on vacation or you're a snowbird, so you're back east. There's no alarms on the systems for your house. Let's say you turn your air off and it gets over the temperature and the head happens to malfunction, not activate, malfunction. Now you're stuck with all that water damage, and it's going to be nasty.
And the insurance company will probably not have anything good to say about it because they could say it's neglect.
Actually,
You should have
insurance companies
Air
are
conditioner.
pro residential sprinklers now.
They prefer, you'll be paying less on your homeowner's insurance.
Insurance, they are definitely pro.
your reduction in homeowners insurance cost will pay for the sprinkler system within a decade.
We
Yeah.
would have had it in here if the job foreman wasn't a butthead when we built this house.
Hell, you had to pull teeth just to get a damn Cat 5 cable ran upstairs.
Yeah.
Well, let me make
Oh,
a
no,
phone call. You want to retrofit?
All the workers on the house were Mexican, so your mom made them a big tray of her enchiladas, not store bought, but homemade enchiladas.
T-Dub, we don't want to retrofit. What jurisdiction does Dad live in?
That's true. Hey, I've got a case to bring my firearms out there for October.
Nice.
Cool.
You want to go with us, Dad? We're going to front site. You want to take a class?
T-Dub says I am taking the class. Hazy, what's going on? You want
Cool.
the link?
You didn't give him an option. Good job.
He
I've
told me.
learned that's how you get what you want from Dad. Hey,
So,
by the way, David, how are you guys doing today? I haven't said hello.
Hello?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
It's Friday. I don't have to work tomorrow. Thank God.
Cool.
and the committee meetings are done?
Yeah, right. We have at least one more day of the NFPA 13 discharge committees. And when you see this document come 2022, it's going to flip the industry on its head due to the changes we're making.
No more playing with densities. Oh, here comes Hazy.
Oh, yeah, we get one more. Yeah, we get one more.
Oh, he's in the car.
Uh-oh.
He's driving
I'm in a
around
car.
in Wales.
Driving around a whale.
Nice. How are you doing
Yeah.
today, good
Uber?
sir?
You in an
Good.
Uber?
No, I'm driving. I'm the one in control of this vehicle.
He's the Uber. He is Uber.
He's
Yeah.
the Uber, not the Ubi.
Ooh. No, I was just in my workshop, and then I needed a break, and I thought, you know what, I need a beer. So I haven't been drinking all week.
His
No,
low
I
alcohol
can
life
rock
came
for
on.
it. When he
I
comes to
realized
the
you were
States?
right. I clicked on it. I thought, right, I'm going to go to the garage, get some beers. When I say
Cool.
garage, I mean gas station.
Store. Yeah.
We need to teach him Rockfords if he comes back to the States.
Teach me what?
Rockfords.
I'm not sure I'm going to come back to the States. The place pretty went to the fucking dump since I left.
Yeah, it did.
Well, that's what happens when you
Listen,
visit liberal-controlled
Do
cities.
you know, a year ago today, I was in London waiting to fly to fucking America.
And
Has it
ever
been that
since you came, it's been
already?
shit.
Yeah. And it didn't even
And then
take that
Frank
long
was
after you
there.
left
I mean,
to
I
fall
left.
apart.
See what happens. See what one Brit could do. No, I'm joking.
It's been a year already? I can't believe that.
Yeah, it doesn't
I know.
seem like it's been a year.
No,
It was
not at
July,
all.
Bud.
It seems like it was yesterday.
What's my
It
area?
was July.
You're not
Well,
gonna
that's
tell
what
me.
happens when I pull my head out of my ass, once
wait.
every few months.
So let me guess. Is he gonna bitch about that? An 8 square foot shadow. I think he's gonna bitch about it.
Nope.
Let's see.
NFPA 13 DNR allows 15 square foot per sprinkler.
Now here we go. Should I even consider the fact that my
Pat's doing side work and T-Dub's consulting.
my new sprinkler head that I installed outside the soffit is now obstructed by the soffit. So
You
should
don't
I
want
put
to pop them right here.
should I put a shadow on that one too because it's gonna be shadowed?
Hold on. Let me go take a chug of my wife's tequila bottle so I can get on the same level as a plan reviewer that will be looking at those plans.
There you go.
No, he needs a
Yeah.
much bigger paycheck. That ought to put him up on the.
Yeah.
What's going on?
So,
Right,
Hazy, what
Edward.
you drinking tonight?
I don't know. I think I'm going to get some Stella, but it's a big queue, so I'm going to wait in my car a second.
I just ate a
Stella.
big fat pork
When I
steak
say
that was
cute,
freaking
I mean,
that was cooked in spaghetti sauce.
Time is it? 11 o'clock.
Nice.
Actually sounds good.
It was really nice.
What the fuck?
Stella, they put food coloring in Stella, right? Well, at least
No,
the
they don't.
American Stella, they put food coloring in.
There's only 4 ingredients in Stella, and that's barley, hops, yeast, and sugar, and water. Well, there's 5.
And
Until you
water.
get to America, they put food coloring in the Stella that comes here.
I don't know why they would do that.
None of that would
Done
add
that from
color
America.
to it. So how does it get the color that it has?
More
FD&C
appealing.
yellow and
Exactly.
red number 5.
Why does
Exactly.
like light yellow like all the other beer does? It looks like a dark, here it looks like a not quite a stout, but it's pretty dark looking.
It's because the FDA caters to those who pay them the most.
Hazy,
Okay.
I had the air conditioning guys here today at the house. They come every year to sit there and check over the units. It's a free service. When I had the new units put in, And so I asked them when they were leaving if they wanted anything to drink, and I said, and they said sure. And I said, well, go in the fridge and get it. And he goes in the fridge and he looks and he goes, Dragon's milk? Do you like Dragon's milk? And I go, yeah. And he goes, well, I didn't like it when I sat there and I tried it. And I thought for a minute, well, then you need to put the prom dress back on, son.
I cut the tip of my finger off today.
What the heck did you do?
You okay?
I cut about a good 3/16 of my finger off.
Damn.
What, you didn't need it anymore?
What machine did that?
A hacksaw.
Oh, fuck. Damn. You went medieval, like fucking 15th century
I
on it,
was
not
using
like
a-
fucking quick and like a guillotine
I
on
was
a
using a
hacksaw.
coping saw to cut the sprue off the bottom of this freaking thing.
I'll be back now. I'm not sure if this excuse me.
I put the tip of my
Go
finger.
get your
with
beer. Hmm.
Wow.
That's my latest creation.
Nice.
Oh, that looked good.
That's cool.
Big orange skull.
Was that the one you made last night while I was watching you on Jimmy C?
Yeah.
I was getting ready to call you the professor from Gilligan's Island with the white lab coat on.
Oh yeah. Oh man, this pork steak was.
You look like
great.
the mad scientist.
Want another one? I can't finish mine.
Oh,
Too big.
it was so nice. Crystal cooked them too. Crystal cooked dinner tonight because I cut the tip of my finger off.
There you go.
It
That way
doesn't
you
really
get-
hurt. It
that way
kind
you
of
get-
stings.
We're doing pizza tonight.
It kind of stings and throbs a little, but it doesn't really hurt. You know, it just kind of irritating.
That's a chewed up hard piece.
I don't want your chewed up hard piece. I'll eat this I'll eat this little chunk of steak here, but I'm not eating your little hard piece. No.
That's why God made painkillers.
I don't have any painkillers.
Oh,
You know, whenever I do something like that to myself, it hurts at first and then it goes away.
It's just
Okay.
throbbing. It's throbbing and it's a little achy, but that's fine.
I mean, if it keeps hurting, that means I probably should go to the doctor.
it's telling you that your heart's still beating, Captain.
It hurts for a little while, and then I don't even know that I've
You
been
think I used enough tape?
using up tape, and well, you could use paper towels and duct tape.
Yeah, well, actually, I told this story once before on my live show, but when I sat there and shot the web of my hand here between my thumb and index finger, and sitting there toenailing on when we built the patio cover, and sat there and I took a whole bunch of paper towels and just stuffed it there, and then got the electrical tape and just wrapped my hand up and went back to work. And my wife's looking at me going, "Are you sure you don't want to put anything? I just leave it alone. Let's get back to work."
Let Mother Nature take its course.
Yeah.
I had a first aid instructor tell me that it's important to carry a first aid kit, but all you really need is a roll of paper towels and a roll of tape, and you pretty much can cover any, at least get it covered until they can get to the doctor and get it looked at.
Yup.
It
Exactly.
was all skin, no bone involved, no major arteries. It barely bled even. So I'm like, forget it.
Did you let it bleed for a little while before you put anything on it? Because your blood is a natural.
It really didn't even bleed that much. Like I said, a little bit.
Yeah, that's something that might concern you because see, the blood cleans it out, and if it doesn't bleed much,
Fucking hectic.
Hey,
Hazy's back. You get your beer?
Oh, there's a couple of junkies trying to fucking hustle some money.
oh,
What
that's
blood
why I
does it
don't
clean
go
out?
out late.
Well, I was sat there for fucking 5 minutes, wasn't I? Waiting because I thought they would just get what they were doing and fuck off, but they wasn't leaving, so I had to go and fucking join
I
the
don't
queue.
go. I go to another. I don't go in that place. I go to another place.
what the blood doesn't clean out, my hydrogen
There
peroxide.
was
and,
one little kid,
like,
there
this
was two
so
guys and a woman, and they were all just mouthy as fuck.
Or what Hazy would call washing up liquid.
So you put some hot peroxide on it. That was an antiseptic, so that helped. Soap and water helps too.
Fucking clown.
Yeah, try
Oh,
growing
Hazy
up
didn't
with
hear.
your mother being a registered nurse.
Did you hear, Hazy? I cut the tip of my finger off.
Oh fuck.
It
Why'd you
finally
do that?
happened.
Yeah, how?
With a hacksaw.
Oh fuck. Making that chainmail stuff.
Nah. I was cutting the sprue off of this.
He's all chainmail's easy. It's the little shit that gets me.
Yeah.
Am I at the diamond
So
mine?
did you super glue it back on, or is it gone for good?
No, it's just gone for good. It was just a skin. It was just like maybe 3/16 of my finger is gone. It'll grow back eventually. Just
So,
3/16 of your finger.
but you had to keep with a
oh,
hacksaw.
sorry, 2 mil.
Hacksaw blades are so coarse. They're not dull, but they're so
Imagine
coarse.
a
They
bit
were
of,
just
of your
beautiful.
finger that come off, and it's 3/16. What the fuck is that?
Sorry, 2 mil.
There's
Oh,
3/16.
2 mil. That's a fucking. I've had bigger blisters.
You
2
just
Yeah,
mil.
like I was
hacked it up
telling
with a
It
hacksaw.
barely even bled.
Listen, unless it's cut into the bone, I don't want to know.
Unless there's massive bloodshed. I
Hey,
don't
so you
care.
probably weren't sitting here. He just said it didn't bleed that much. So that's why we
Well,
were.
listen, I nearly chopped my finger off once with an axe, and I just carried on chopping.
Well, now we need you, Dizzy, up here to sit there and show him his stubs.
Exactly. Exactly.
How's he holding up lately?
He's doing good.
He's doing good.
Good.
Oh,
Yep, we lost him.
he's going
He go.
inside. He's got his beer.
You go.
Ugh. But yeah,
No, and I see people out in front of a store and they've been there too long. I don't even bother. I go down the street to the next store,
Mm-hmm.
go somewhere else because I don't even mess with that stuff after it gets dark.
every now and then I like fucking with him. I'll start talking to him in Thai.
Kunsabaidi?
Kun
Sabajai?
and they'll just blow them all away. Kun Sabajai, Sabajai, Puyin, and sit there and just blow them away. Okay, now they won't fuck with me no more.
Did you say you need vagina? What?
Well, no.
What? Vagina? Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Wife better not hear me.
What's my favorite expression, T-Dub? Yet kun nahi.
Fuck you, pussy face.
You want $500?
Or what was the other big one was when new guys would come in, you had new guys coming in from the States and Tiger, and he'd go to downtown for the first time and all the Thai girls would jump on him and everything, and they'd be looking at, Doc Lean. Doc Lean is Thai for monkey's ass. So it was kind
It's
of
half past Doc Clean. Half past Doc Clean.
So that's Doc Lean, monkey's ass.
Oh, damn.
So last night on Jimmy C show, Captain, I heard people placing orders for your skulls. Are you in a
Trying.
business now?
They're trying to.
They're trying to. Okay. Well, if you ever go into business and you want to do a skull, and I would love to have one of your skulls, just mark me down on your list for when you go.
I got a big red one.
I'll take the big red one. That'll look good on the dash of the Camaro. Everything black in the Camaro, and then that big red skull sitting at the dead center of the dash. Uh-oh,
Yeah.
He's back. He's in his shop.
There he is.
There he
That
is.
store must have been really close to his house. It must be.
There he is. Get him.
No, I was pulling up on my drive, getting out the car when my phone went dead.
Oh,
Okay.
Look at this, a sneak peek. Look at that sneak peek. Oh, what could that be? I'm not telling you.
It looks
Oh,
like a piece
shit.
of a tree.
I don't know. Let's see. The shop is what, 6-8 months old now? Easy.
Yeah. And how many guitars do you think I've built in here?
Too many.
10. maybe.
I'll say 12.
I think it's 6.
Okay.
In the shed?
Yeah,
6 already.
yeah. I think I'm. This is number 6. Look at this.
Okay.
Oh wow,
Right.
looks good in there.
Everything's covered in dust at the moment, but look at this for a nice little neck. Ooh.
You know, for like half a second there, I thought he had a gun.
then you realize where he was at.
You pretty much.
Happiness is a warm gun.
What do you think that looks like?
You're not
What
going
could that
from-
possibly be? What could that be? Ooh.
You're not
Ooh.
going for monetary status on this video, are you, Dad?
No, I'm not getting.
It's
paid
a 3-string. It's a 3-string electric guitar modeled after a famous guitar. This one is going to be called the Lying V.
Let me show you. Make me big. Make me big a second.
Okay.
That's your wife's job, dude. That's not ours.
Well, sometimes, it needs a man's touch.
You've been hanging
What is
out
that, a whole quart beer there?
with Izzy too long.
Look at this.
Oh, flying V guitar. Nice.
It's only 3 strings, so it's a Lying V.
Shit, I'm lost, John. There's a fox.
And
Not
then
half
this.
of V. Oh, that's cool.
If you want that to be a real Flying V, you got to give it some really easy action, though, bud.
Oh, yeah.
That is cool.
It's even got,
I
it's
think
even got the Hazy
stone
Days
cold cool, buddy.
brand on it.
Yeah,
Look at that Hazy Days brand on the neck.
that is stone cold cool, bud.
Yeah. It just needs a bit more standing. Wired up the pickups and everything. I've also
Hazy Shandog wants to know if he can have that.
I think you should make it a 4-string.
look. I patinaed all this with through heat, which is going to be on there for the strings, and then I made a bridge.
I was going to say, what did you use? A bridge out of what? A door handle? A pull?
No, it's
a door pull?
Oh wow.
No,
That's what
I
it
made
was.
that. It's a bit of
That's
both.
very intricate. Looks
It's
good.
a bit of both. Yeah, I've carved it. It's a bit of both. But
Oh,
it's got a fret. It's got a fret running through the top.
See, that's
Yeah.
old English oak there.
It looks like one of
Same
those
oak.
handles that were like on
It's
the
the same
teacher
oak.
disc.
It's the same oak that the neck's made out of. That is.
Hazy.
What gauge of wire do you use for the frets?
It's. Whoa.
I know it's probably fret wire.
I think
but
it's. I'll show you. Yeah. To be honest, I think I'm not 100% sure. I know at the time when I buy it. But
Hazy,
This,
Robin, Pat's
Pay the
fiancée,
shipping, you'll send it to you.
came over the other day and she saw your guitar and the first words out of her mouth was, I want one.
Yeah,
it looks like a 12 gauge wire.
that's a pretty thick wire.
Like 2.5 mil,
no, you
maybe?
can take me off big screen though.
Maybe 2.5
I'm
mil.
not sure what the color. I'm not sure what the color. I just burnt all this with my blowtorch to get that effect.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to sand it again tomorrow.
Have you got a proper torch now to sit there
I
with
better
your
go
baby
back, actually.
Yeah.
iron? Okay.
Yeah, that's a real good.
That's cool.
So what I've using for the thing is this is off a Telecaster, but I've turned it. I'm going to put it on upside down. Yeah.
Awesome. You said that's out
That's
of the
going to go. That's going to
Telecaster?
go on there. Yeah. Normally it goes that way.
Down. Yeah.
You know. Yeah, and you put, but I've turned it upside down, flipped it around, so it's going to be protruding.
Oh, that's cool.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Awesome.
Just mixing things up a little.
Everyone's
I
got
think I might keep this one for myself, you know.
well, everyone's got to be different and better than the one before it.
Every guitar I've built is different, completely different. Except the first three. The first three that I built were pretty much like this, except the ends were carved different. The headstocks and everything was carved different, and a few little alterations, but all in all, they were pretty much
I
like
like the
this.
drain. I like the drain and the. Okay.
Right, you can take me off big screen now. I'm sure people are sick of just looking at my fucking big ugly head.
Well, I don't know.
Should we take a vote?
Justin,
But I'm looking at this.
12 gauge wire. It's either
Hey,
14.
no, what's up? If I haven't said hi yet, how you doing, Shandog?
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, Shandog wants that guitar, I guess, Hazy. He said, "Can I have that?"
Evelyn and Emily, how you doing?
I'm not even sure if it's going to be raffled.
Waffles?
Waffled. I'm
We
not
sure
if
know
we're
that
gonna
most of the
waffle.
things coming out of you are waffled.
Okay.
After he hits it with that branding iron, it's waffled.
I don't know how many dogs in your neighborhood have that brand now.
If they come too close to the house, they'll get it,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
What do you got? Oh, cat turds. Cool.
Cat turds. Yeah.
No, it's catnip.
Cat turds, fresh out of the lawn. Oh, sorry, out of the sandbox. There you go.
Oh.
Oh,
Right
that's
out of
it,
the
yeah.
stand.
I must be going the right way.
What happened
I
here?
like to call it a chitty litter.
Kitty litter.
Kitty litter.
Yeah, this guitar, if I had the if I knew I was going to paint it, I could probably finish it
Evelyn.
tonight. I was tempted to spray it, you know.
So, if you were just gonna make somebody a freaking like a regular 6-string guitar, how much would you charge them for it?
2 million.
I don't know.
No, 2.2.
It depends.
Just a regular.
Like this,
Be right back.
All right.
Okay.
All right, T-Dub.
Yeah.
there's very different. Like I haven't made myself one yet, so I'm in the process of making it. I've got all.
Well, how? Well, no, I just want a ballpark figure.
The thing is,
$1,000.
it depends on how well you want it. Like what sort of hardware you want on it. What wood you want it to be made from.
Made out of freaking.
Level of finish.
Made out of ash wood with 6 pickups.
Yeah,
How
exactly.
you do 6 amps?
Exactly.
You
Yep.
want this, like David
I
said,
don't know.
amps to come with it.
Yeah. 6 jacks on
I
the
don't
back
think-
for amps.
I don't think I could charge somebody for a 6-string at the moment because I haven't built any. So with a 3-string, it's different. It's a different instrument. You know, if you're not
I gotta
expecting like
I gotta have 1 pickup for every string.
yeah. With a 3-string, you're not expecting like you're expecting something a bit rustic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I wonder how that would sound though if you really did that. A
wait,
nail head pickup for each string going up and isolate.
Doesn't a guitar usually have like at least 2 pickups on it?
Single pickup, sometimes
well,
2, sometimes 3.
Depends. Sometimes 1, sometimes 3, sometimes.
It depends upon the guitar.
Yeah, I want 1 pickup for each freaking string.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I was talking. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Playing the game again, Pat?
Yeah.
You killing people?
No.
Oh.
We're playing Minecraft.
The reality of the situation is for me to build proper 6-string electric guitars, I would need a lot more equipment, like to do them properly. Because even the professionals use templates. They don't just get a bit of wood and draw a guitar on and cut it out. You know, they use templates. They use pin routers and big machinery. professional could knock a guitar body up in an hour. It'd be ready to put a neck on it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I want a freaking the body of the guitar to look like a freaking skull.
Yeah, I could do that. I think.
Well, just
that'd be
make him
interesting.
draw him
That would be an interesting guitar.
and send it to him. He can. That would be interesting. Just think of all the video he could make about making that guitar.
So
I could do that quite nice, actually, Captain Jerk. And if I use this sort of method, if I use a big cover scratch plate like that,
A veneer.
I could have the eyes cut out of it and everything, you know, and the nose cavity and shit,
All right,
you know.
David, hold down the fort. I'll be right back.
Get me one too.
All right.
Of course, I have absolutely no money to freaking start a project like that. I'm just asking. Because somebody's going to eventually ask you. Somebody's going to be sniffing around like, hey, I want this guy to build me a guitar.
I get people asking me all the time.
Yeah, I don't even know how to play a guitar. I don't.
Somebody asked me if I build them a shovel guitar. Like the one I built at Lino.
Yeah, I remember.
No,
well, you built
no.
one
Somebody asked me this week again if I'd build them one. Commented on the video.
A shovel guitar?
Yeah, they want to know the price and how much to ship it.
Well, you know it's $50 to ship it.
If you have to ask,
I mean, is it a functional shovel or is it just like a playable guitar?
Yeah, well, it depends whether you want to fuck your guitar up. You know?
I know that one guy. I know a guy that builds guitars, and I know a guy that builds banjos.
Yeah, I just like the fact that I can take some scrap wood, some scrap bits of wood, and some tools, and fucking build guitars. It blows my mind.
We lost a noble here.
Yeah, we lost one of the nobles.
Which one?
Pat left.
Oh, don't worry. It's the one we don't like much.
Webs.
Oh, okay. All right, then. I'm good with that.
We lost the
Can't
gamer.
like everybody, right? I love my brother.
Gamer
Not everybody can like him.
System.
Try growing up with them. No, I'm joking.
What do you mean? When we had this house built, he got a little pissed at you because I gave you top priority on which room you wanted.
Well, I wanted the room that I could sneak chicks up to that you wouldn't catch me.
Too bad.
Were you able to do that?
No comment.
He did.
Yeah, he did in my own room while I still lived there. I come home from work and all of a sudden you hear as they were running out of my bedroom to his bedroom. Yeah, you like to interrupt us though, mid-coitus. Anyways, moving on.
Okay, I'm not going there.
What does mid-coitus mean?
Okay, now you get to explain, T-Dub. Guess he didn't watch Big Bang Theory.
In the middle of having relations with somebody from the opposite sex.
I'm gonna have intercourse with you.
Let's clarify. Why is it okay? Go on. Is that it? Is that the whole definition?
That's the loosely. Yeah, that's my definition for it.
Why did you feel necessary to say that is with somebody from the opposite sex?
Well, when a mommy and a daddy love each other very much, they like to hug each other this way.
On that one,
because we live in strange times, and I have to be specific.
So it doesn't. If it's two same-sex people doing it, it's not. It doesn't mean the same thing.
Boys have penis, girls have vagina.
Is that a split? Are you smoking a joint there, Hazy?
I'm just trying to clarify.
He's just trying to roll one.
It's like you got to share, man.
I'm trying to figure out the universe one fucking step at a time.
No, I'm trying to figure out the universe one bowl at a time.
Yeah. Captain Jerk, what have you got on your finger because you fucking cut it a little bit at the end? What the fuck?
It's sore.
And does a bandage make it stop being sore?
It keeps
Painkillers
other
do.
things from making it more sore.
Keeps some other things making.
I don't have any freaking band-aids.
Whatever. I mean, I'm not judging you.
Hey, tell you what,
I just don't. I don't have
Never-
any goddamn band-aids right now.
I can tell you from experience, you never want to burn all the skin off of your hand.
No, but not so much.
No, that was
Yeah,
a summer. That was I call that the summer of opiates,
Oh fuck. Okay.
because that was the only thing I could do was either take pain pills, go and let the hospital scrub all the scar tissue off my hands, or sit at home all day because I wasn't allowed outside at night or during the day. It was only at night.
I called it the summer of Jose Cuervo Gold.
Well, good for you, because I remember you coming and yelling at me because I'm popped up on pain pills and I'm still up at 3 a.m. for being up at 3 a.m.
Yep.
You remember the scab you got on the knee as a kid when you scraped your knee riding a bike?
A little.
That's what my hand felt like through the entire summer when I had to do my physical therapy to make a fist again.
No.
Now take that times 10, because that's about as close as you can get to.
Well, TW, you told him the aftermath. Tell him how you got there.
I was having fun with illegal explosive compounds.
A friend of mine.
Was that the opposite sex?
A friend of mine was in his basement, and there was a wood burning stove down there, and he tripped and he fell, and he tried to brace himself on the freaking wood burning stove when it was at full tilt, and he said that his entire skin piece of his freaking hand peeled off like pizza cheese.
Yeah.
You want to tell them what my hand looked like, Dad, when you saw it?
Well, I was gonna go. Okay, now you had the son's side of it. You want to hear the father's side of it? I was in our bedroom sitting there watching TV because Nancy had control of the big TV. So if I wanted to watch the show, and I think it was drag racing, I was in the bedroom watching it. So I'm laying on the bed, and all of a sudden the bedroom window, and this is like at about 2:00 in the afternoon, brightest sun ever in the summer, and all of a sudden the bedroom window goes real bright, and drops off. And I jump off the bed and I sit there and go to the window. I open the window and T-Dub, what are you doing? Oh, nothing, Dad, nothing. He's got his hand like this, nothing. So I said, I didn't think anything more about it. And I just continued watching drag racing. And then a couple minutes later, I said, let me see what he did. And I got up and went into his bedroom. And he's in his bedroom and he's cuddled in the corner. And he's sitting there and I go, what's wrong? And he goes, I don't know. And he picked up his hand, his left hand, and all the skin's hanging down here. All the way down to about here on his elbow. All the skin just hanging down to here. I sat there and Jesus! So I grab a white sheet, linen sheet, wrap it up, pour water on it, get Nancy to sit there and drive the car. Which rule number one that the noble men have learned is if you're in a rush to get to the hospital, rule number one is what? Do not have Nancy drive. Because I sat there and had T-Dub's arm in my lap.
It's so funny when you say the noble man.
Is I had T-Dub's hand in my lap, sitting there just pouring cold water over it. And T-Dub, yeah, I heard Hazy. I just.
Nope.
He did the same thing.
Stove. Is that from when he burned himself on the stove?
No, that's he was playing. He had some flash powder. That
Powder, concussion powder. It was.
Oh, that's why your window. Okay, I'm all there. That's why the window got real bright. Okay, because the powder went off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we finally get down there, and they get him shot up with Demerol. And my dumb ass, I could have asked him anything, and he would have told me, and I didn't. I was so worried about him and his hand that I just was concentrating on that, and where I should have sat there and said, well, remember that time when I was missing this $20? Did you know where, I could have asked him anything, and he would have told me.
Could have asked him how many dudes he snuck into his room.
No.
So when me and Mom go out for our Christmas getaway, what do you and Pat do at the house? I mean, I could have asked them anything.
Yeah.
Christmas getaway, me and Pat. Yeah, you don't want to know.
Yeah.
It's.
Could have
I'll
asked
tell
him
you
if
that
he knew
stuff
where
on your deathbed.
stash of porn was.
What, Hayes?
Could have asked him if he knew where your secret stash of porn was.
Oh.
It's under the mattress.
You know,
No, we were in a water. We had a waterbed at that time, so you couldn't put anything under the mattress.
I don't know where his secret stash of porn was. I do know where mine was. I don't know where his was.
Yeah, I bet he knew where yours was.
Well, where can you stash it? There's only a certain number of places.
Oh, I had a secret compartment of mine. I can go crawl underneath my waterbed, and in the middle there, between the two drawers on each side.
Yeah, well, those waterbeds have all those drawers. You could just put your little secret.
Some of them do. Mine didn't.
One thing I did do, raising T-Dub and Pat both, is I sat there and I said I never went in to search their room, their entire life, because there are people
Mom
and they deserve their respect
Oh, yeah,
and
Mom did.
privacy. So I never went in. So if he had a stash of porn or pot or what, I would have never known, because I never.
Me too. I'm the same. I'm the same. I don't go and check Jack room.
The pot thing was one time, sophomore year of high school. Didn't touch it again. It was after I hurt my back, Dad. So I wasn't playing football or anything else anymore.
It was pain. It was pain meds.
There you go. There you go. It was sophomore year of high school after I hurt my back riding motocross.
I don't know, but the funniest story I get to tell about T-Dub is the fact is that is sit there and he gets his first job and it's a lifeguard at Wet and Wild. Okay. Oh, look at the and everybody at work goes, well, tell me what's the parties, because Wet and Wild was on the Strip, Las Vegas Strip, and it's a water park with all the water slides and everything else, and he's a lifeguard. And so and there no, you got a lot of scantily dressed ladies sitting there in European bikinis, because a European bikini is a lot different than an American bikini, or was back then. And so you had a lot of scantily dressed women running around. And so everybody at work knew that, that T-Dub was a lifeguard there, and they closed down at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night. And then parties would continue on till 2, 3, 4 in the morning. He come rolling in at 4 o'clock in the morning going, I had the lifeguard at party. And he looked half blitzed. Okay, fine. You found home. You didn't hit anybody. Good night. Yeah, okay. Does that pretty much sum it up, T-Dub?
Without the explicit details, yeah, that's about right on point. We honestly should go not live if you want to know the details.
Does anybody think I should I'll show this to you guys? Do you think that this ring would take away from the attention to this big bandage on my finger?
No,
I don't think so.
Captain, I think you need to draw a skull and crossbones on the Band-Aid, and then
draw a ring on this. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, draw a ring on that and you'd be on point.
Scrap and Irish is in the house.
You don't go out.
Hey, it's Irish.
You're social distancing.
Scrap and Irish, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
Hello there, Scrap and Irish, but Jesus, how the devil are you?
Hey, Captain, Shandog says he wants to see you try to pick your nose with that thing.
See, I got
Listen,
the wife
be honest,
from the Irish
he's the
accent.
most clumsy motherfucker I've ever met. You know? And I know Dizzy. You
Where
are
is
clumsy.
Dizzy? Hazy, where is Dizzy?
Yeah.
Last I heard, he was on a date. He had a grinder date. He's doing well on his grinder app lately.
No.
Wow, okay.
I think he might have found love this time.
Share and share alike. Okay.
Dude called Tony, I think.
So she has a
A
thing,
lot of things. They
prosthetic.
got a lot of things in
Oh,
common.
Casey, he didn't kick you to the curb, did he?
They got a lot of things in common, like they're both dudes.
But I'm telling you,
Mustache rides are free, I see.
he deserves it.
Yeah. I mean, I know he's been trolling the
He's
grinder.
been patrolling Grinder.
Yeah, for a long time, you know, and he thinks he finds love, but he don't. But now,
You see,
eventually,
I don't spend enough time with you guys because I thought he was involved with a woman.
who did he? No. No, he likes dudes. There's nothing wrong with that, you know.
But I was aware of that. I could have guessed from way back.
Then again, it's
Hazy,
I don't get to.
straight
I'm not
face,
cool
dude.
enough to be on
No,
every weekend.
T-Dub, you need to look at Hazy. He can't keep a straight face trying to tell this lie.
You need to make Hazy pee, Tom.
Hey, I
Dizzy has 11 kids. You know, just
Listen,
saying.
Well, listen, at least
He's
David
11.
guessed.
He's got 11 kids. He's a grandfather 18 million times over, and he likes guys. Hell no.
hey, to each their own. I'm not a judgmental person here. It's,
maybe it
whatever
is.
floats your boat.
Maybe you went through a crisis.
Listen,
If
I'm only joking. I'm only joking.
If you want to
Yeah.
be a topper, that's all on you.
You know what? I don't care. I mean, if that's what your preference is, that doesn't bother me.
What David said, exactly.
It's fine.
All right, so let me ask Captain Jerk, on your wound, was it a dumbass, stupid, dumb thing? Or was it just I wasn't paying attention and I just did it anyway?
I
So how
wasn't
do
paying
you
attention.
explain it?
So yes, it was both. I wasn't paying attention and I did something stupid.
Okay,
My finger got in the-
I got something to top yours then.
Did her hand slip off the head?
No,
No,
I was
it-
like
that's
this.
why God put the head on the end of your penis
And
so your hand
I was at the end of the freaking sprue at
It
that
looks like
last
you're
little
jerking off
piece, and
there.
when the saw came off, it went and just kept going right through.
That's
my
when I
finger.
stopped cutting it and get the pliers
Oh.
and bend the rest of the screw off.
Okay.
I'm not being funny. I'm not being funny.
Well,
But man, up, for
Last
fuck's sake.
weekend, I was sitting there welding the bolts in the bumper because I ground one out, if you saw my video, and everything else. So I get it all welded in and everything, and I take the gloves off, and I'm looking at it and going this. And so my dumb ass grabs it to sit there and see if it's sturdy.
Ah,
you
you
burned
seared
yourself.
it. You
Now,
seared
is-
it, huh?
Pain
Did you hear the noise?
is
Did you hear that?
temporary.
I think I don't know if it was sturdy, but I heard my thumb go.
Yeah, I was,
Tom,
gonna-
what's that say
I
on
was
the
just
screen
asking.
behind you?
Did you hear it sizzle?
Yeah, I heard it sizzle.
Yeah.
Tom, what does that say on the screen behind you, Tom?
Huh?
What's
does it
on the
say
screen behind you?
That's us.
Pictures.
I don't know how he does it. Harvey Spooner puts a video up every
That's
day.
us. That's you. That's us going out YouTube live.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know who also puts up a video every day? And he's a complete jackwagon? Is Pug One.
How do they do that? They have to sit down and edit a video.
Dude, David, I used to
Hey.
put up a video every day.
And you get real good at editing, I
There's
guess.
David.
David, I used to put up a video every day.
Hold on. We'll do Hazy. Watch the big screen. Hazy. Here's the time delay that YouTube does. Here's a Hazy Bake. Watch.
We can't
Hello.
watch because we look at Hazy now.
Here's big ears.
Hey,
Subscribe to my
how
channel.
much beer is in that bottle? That's a big bottle.
That's
We
a
just hit
pint,
an
bro.
hour.
We call that a
Hour
tall
9.
beer.
Sorry, hour 9.
Hazy, that's a pint, right?
Is that a pint? It's big.
That's over a pint.
Go
A
back.
pint is 16 ounces.
They have one that's a 24 ounce. We call that a
It's
tall.
660 milliliters.
Well,
So
all they sell beer is in
16
pints,
ounce.
or are they? Or do you get 12 ounces or?
Listen, I'm
That
going to
looks
send
like
you.
much bigger than a 16 ounce bottle, though.
Listen, I'm probably going to send you another package because I want to send you a beer. I had so much dealing with the guitars and everything. I felt like I had so much like on my mind and to deal with. When I sent those guitars, all I was concerned about was packing up the guitar and getting it to you safe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But it would be nice to send you some Welsh beer.
I'd love to have some Welsh beer, and especially then if I can
Now-
find beer.
Now, Dad, you have to drink that at room temperature, not like Americans drink beer where it's super cold.
Oh no! You fucking put it in the fridge. What's wrong with you?
Well, if it's a lager, it's cold. If it's not a lager, you drink it warm.
I don't know. I like mine in the fridge. Doesn't
Well,
matter what it is.
It's got to be ice cold, in my opinion.
So
but I'm
you're one
a
of the
spoiled
few
American,
Brits I know
so
that likes your beer cold.
Hey, T-Dub, before I shut down the Apple computer, this is neat. I'm playing with it, and I like it. So
Hey, David, they even started chilling beer over in Germany.
what?
Yeah.
No way.
Yes. Not all
Yes,
places and not everybody likes it. But there are
Well-
people, especially younger people, that are demanding chilled beer in Germany now.
The world
Well,
is
they're just
ending.
Americanizing everything. They just want to make Americans happy, so they serve it.
Yes. Hell is literally freezing over. in
You know,
Germany.
they have people voting for beer. They want cold beer.
How is
Well,
America
beer's
today?
freezing over. The beer is chilling over at least. So
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
How's
At least
Vegas,
I know where I
Tom?
can get strong cold beer is in Germany then.
Oh,
Vegas is fine, Hazy. We're in phase 2 of the reopening, which is
The Fluffer Convention.
which is pretty much nothing. There are a few casinos open on the strip.
Bars are closed.
Bars are closed. I mean, it's thank God my liquor store is still open. Captain Jerk, I haven't found yet. God, what's the beer I want to get you? God, I can't remember. T-Dub introduced me to it.
Wise
But-
Monkey?
Huh?
Wise Monkey?
Wise Monkey's only there in Texas, and we had
But I
that.
can ship it to you. That's no problem.
That's
and
a
that's made-
beer. Actually, if we need to ship beer to Wise Monkey, needs to go to Hazy.
Okay, then I will ship. If Hazy's okay with it, give me his address and I will ship him 8 Wise Monkey beers.
well, listen. Before you start fucking promising you ship shit, it ain't cheap to ship shit.
I know.
Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Cost is not a factor. Just if you can experience, this is a Belgian strong ale brewed in Dallas, Texas, that's got between 10 and 14% alcohol by
Ah,
volume.
but what do you mean? It's got between 10 and 14. They don't know what it is.
it's a variance.
It depends upon how long they let it brew in the cask.
Yes, it's small batch.
It's small batch beer and it's made year round here, but that's my go-to that I drink. That's my if I'm drinking beer, that's what I'm drinking. It's either that or a local brewery called Family Trip that makes a beer called Wise Sisters that again is 10 to 14% alcohol by volume.
Well, I would be interested to try some of that.
Then I will be
Between
more than
10
happy to send it your
14%.
way if you're okay with my dad sharing your address with me.
I'll
I'll
give
send it to all you guys, David, Mr. Jerk.
Yeah, I'll give
Yes.
you my address. Tom has my address.
I'll give
Listen,
I'll give
seriously,
everybody's address if they want
it
it.
ain't cheap. It ain't cheap to post stuff.
Yeah,
And if
no,
you
I'll
do
be
post-
more than happy. It's
But no,
Listen, if you do post something to me, make sure you put there's no value and it's a gift.
We need to put a value on Hazy, so he has to pay for it.
no, it's a gift. I ain't gonna do that to nobody. That VAT, I
Hazy,
have to order mountain bike parts from the UK, and that VAT tax is a motherfucker. I wouldn't do that
Listen,
to you.
I had to pay fucking £47 to receive the package your dad fucking sent me.
$60 USD, over $60 just to get that
Yeah.
shit.
$75 is what it was.
That's because they live on an island.
To get it. God,
No,
what-
it's because he put there was a value.
Yeah.
No, I sent you. God, and his branding iron. God, I can't remember what the beer I sent. That's the beer Captain Jerk wants to try.
That was
Chub one.
Oh,
the
that
Chub.
was Oscar Blues,
The
old
old
Chub.
Old Chub. Yeah, that's what I haven't found.
That's the one I'm having right now. I'm having an old.
They rebranded. They rebranded so the can looks different. That's what the can looks like
This
now,
is the
Dad.
new can.
Look at David's.
Tom, did you see the new handle I put on the branding iron?
Holy smokes. No. What did you do? I know you were working through it. Did you find something that worked?
Yeah, I'll show you what I did.
So that's Old Chub now, David?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to look then.
Make me big.
Okay.
No, that's hazy.
Damn.
Look at that.
Wow.
Turkey.
Put his brand on it and everything.
It's hot there.
Done.
But it's to hold. But then when it gets hot, I can hold that bit and there's no metal at all, you know?
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. Listen, I've been doing so much stuff. I swear I've been doing so much stuff, but I haven't filmed anything. I'm just having fun doing stuff.
Yeah, I filmed some stuff the other day, and I filmed some stuff again, and then I freaking I did some live stuff last night, but I poured all these off camera. Well,
Yeah.
I poured these on the live stream, I should say, but I was just taking my time, just having fun with my friends.
If I can vote, or if I can put my name in the pile, I would love a Captain Jerks.
Okay.
And,
Yeah, well, when I'm just building stuff and just for the fun,
and send one to Hazy too.
better.
Now, do you want one that you can mount to something that has a flat back on it, or do you want one for a freaking like radio knobs, or what do you want?
If I took a skull and put it on the dash and mounted it on the dashboard, so it'd have to be something like that, almost 90 degree. Set it on the dashboard.
So if I sent you something in whole form, you'd be able to mount it yourself and just cut it and mount it yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Could I end up like you?
That's a no.
You have a shop to work in. I have a kitchen.
I'm just giving you a hard time, man. You know that. I love you, bro.
Listen,
Love
let
you,
me tell
bud.
you something. Sometimes, when you're up against it and you've only got a little bit to work with, that's when you do your best work.
This size.
Yeah. Well, that's why I asked Dizzy on. He's been in the shop for about 8 months. Any plans for expansion?
I mean, you have to ask Dizzy. I don't know. I know he's juggling a lot of stuff. He's juggling a lot of stuff. Dizzy is. He's very busy.
How about this? Tom, how about this for a freaking a size instead of this big grapefruit sized? How about?
Oh, I'll take that. Can I carve and put LEDs in his eyes?
Well, if you want, you can do whatever you want to it. You can burn the fucking thing when you get it. I don't care. It's yours.
Hey, LEDs in his eyes would be cool.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Listen, if you if you've done one of them by that size with a steel rod coming out the bottom of it, about I don't know, an inch sticking out, I could mount it on the headstock of a guitar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Any size you want. Like I said, I make them grapefruit sized and smaller. And I will be making them bigger because I have bigger skulls to mold here.
I'm taking apart my car this weekend to see if I can fit one of those on my gear shift.
Which one?
Listen, I got a new goal. I got a new goal in my mind that's driving me insane.
What's that?
I want to get myself a Volkswagen Transporter. Like, they hold their money so well, they're really expensive. So I'm gonna have to get an old one, like a T4.
That's a van.
It's like a van, yeah, but you can turn it into like a little camper van.
They used to make those here in the States.
That way at the end sat there and grew up in a van. And
Like a van
I'll leave so he can tell you stories about, as he called it, the pumpkin mobile.
It's a Volkswagen Vanagon.
Yeah. With the pop-up
that-
camper roof?
No, I don't want the pop-up camper roof. I want a minivan that's got seats in the back. I can stick the kids. I can chuck the dog in the back. We can put some sleeping bags, and I'll have a little cooker
Oh
and
well, that's a
whatever. in
proper
there.
van, actually. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but look at the
everything
price.
in the UK, Justin, everything in the UK is like smaller, mini size. So what he wants is one of those SUV crossovers. That would be perfect.
Listen,
No. It's an actual van. I thought he wanted something like the Volkswagen Vanagon, which is like.
No, listen to me. Listen,
the
David
ones-
Collins. Everything in the UK is not smaller.
Hold on. The
I don't know,
Vanagon.
it seems like it.
Hold on a second. The Vanagon is the one right before the T4. The Vanagon is the T3, Hazy Days.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they got different models for each one. Like the T4 have got all different.
They just don't have a
I just looked it up. It's the Vanagon is the Type 2 T3.
Yeah.
That's the Vanagon.
The
It's kind of like a VW
the whole-
bus, but it's
They
not.
hold good money for a 25-year-old van. That's half sort of tidy. It's gonna probably have some issues. You're looking at least $3,000.
The Vanagon was it was made from 1979
Oh,
to
damn.
1992.
Listen, Tom, there's one of them for sale close to me. I could buy one of them. It's left-hand drive too.
This is when we drove to Illinois from Utah for vacation,
Yeah.
and this is what I did while we were on that said vacation. And then there was a running board installed, and then
Well, you hang about. You're on holiday and you worked on the car, sticking wheel arch covers.
Hey, Dad, maybe full screen.
Tom, you're not part
Make
Mexican,
yourself
are you?
full screen, Tom.
Okay, here we are.
Oh, it's not letting me share properly. Let me bring this over. I want to be on picture. Never
I
mind.
wanted to do that. I didn't know if he had the capability. Okay, I see what you're going to do.
What do you want to do, T-Dub? Share the screen?
Share his screen.
I'm trying to share my screen, but my computer, being a Mac, is.
Oh, here you go.
What were you going to do? That
I'm
van?
going to add it to
Bring a
the screen.
picture of that up.
Someone's going.
There you go.
Is that what you want?
That's a Vanagon.
Yeah, I was going to do that, but I didn't know if he had the capability of
Yeah,
sharing.
that's the camper van. We call them camper vans. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
T3.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a T4 actually? It
That's a
might be.
T3. It's a Type 2 T3. I just looked it up. I got it right on my screen.
Yeah. How much is that? Because that's old. That's like this early 80s.
79 to 92.
Oh, it looks like one of those.
$32,000 American.
It's a VW. Yeah, that's one of those.
79 to 92.
That's
They
the
want
years
too
that they were
goddamn much
made.
money.
From
Yeah.
79 to 92.
Yeah.
Hitmen
That
can
sounds
get
about
people
right,
killed
Ray.
for cheaper than that.
Yeah.
Get a good one of them.
That's what you're looking at, Hazy, is one of those?
Well, a T4.
No. He wants a T4.
Yeah. I mean, I'd
Here,
love a T6.
I'll
but
show you a T4.
They're like
Are you
50
ready?
grand.
All right, I'm done sharing. So,
Okay.
Here's
Captain
a
Jack.
T4. I will share screen for T4. Here you are. Share screen. Share
Share it.
screen. Share screen. Share screen. There's a T4.
Oh, that's a T4.
okay, so it's the extended length.
That's a long,
the
that's a long
wheelbase is
wheelbase
it
one as
longer?
well. You can get short
That,
wheelbase,
that
long
almost
wheelbase.
looks like Old Orange or the Pumpkin Mobile.
Like that,
Yeah.
Hazy?
I mean, not like that one, no, but yeah, like that.
This is a T5.
That's a T5, yeah, that's a short wheelbase T5. I wouldn't want one of them.
Well, this is a short wheelbase T4
Yeah,
right here.
yeah.
It's just teal.
If I can get a long, yeah. If I get a long wheelbase one, I'd prefer. But
Not
I mean, I
T-Dub grew up in the van as I was working on it. He
yeah. Listen, just the whole idea of what it represents, I don't know. It's doing. It's. I'm feeling it. I need one. You know.
Yeah.
But
I want.
being a,
I want.
being a
I
hippie,
want.
In the house.
I want the freedom that it gives you. Who's in the house?
88 Katana.
Yo, what's up, 88?
Oh,
Hey, Matt, how you doing?
actually, I own 2 full vans. I customized the inside, did the outside, and I love
Listen,
both of them. But yeah, it's something. Want me-
88. I wish you would buy me so
Here
we
we
could
go.
do some
Here we
paint
go.
work.
All right, there you go. Now tell him.
I wish you were close to me so you could do some paint work on some of these guitars I'm building. Do some good shit.
Tom
Yeah.
doesn't like
That's like
sanding
that's
paint.
like a spaceship, isn't it? Yeah, lots of sanding. But I'm getting pretty good at it. You know?
How do you
It's all
feel
in the
about wet
wrist, man.
sanding, Tom?
Huh?
How do you feel about wet sanding?
Wet sanding? I don't know.
Masturbation without the payoff.
Yeah.
You don't say. Well, it does leave this milky substance behind.
Oh. Never had that issue.
The little blue pill.
There you are.
Oh, look at this Shandog sitting there going to music limericks right now, or yeah.
There
What's it
once
say?
was a man from Nantucket. His blah blah. Never mind.
Is that like the one where knights were bold and
There
Yeah,
once was a
pretty-
man from Nantucket.
yeah?
Whatever would movie it, fuck it.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Or what's the other one? Casey Jones was a son of a bitch. He parked his train in a whorehouse ditch. He climbed the wall with his cocket. Oh, we'll stop it right there.
How about this one? There was a young lady from Ealing who had a peculiar feeling. She laid on her back, opened a crack, and pissed all over the ceiling. Yeah.
Well, that goes along with Casey Jones was a son of a bitch. He parked his train in the whorehouse ditch. He climbed the wall with his cock in his hand and said, "Look out, girls, I'm a railroad man." Sucked 96 until his balls turned blue. Then he jacked off, and fucked the other 2. Now, you know, old Casey's going to hell. So he sat there and said, the devil looked at him and said, "Oh, fuck you. Casey's coming here." And that was it. The ending's lame, but that was it.
Yeah, I've heard that before. I don't know why. Weird. Why weird?
And Casey Jones is an American, engineer on railroads? Yeah.
Yeah, the legendary showdown between Casey Jones and what do you call it? John Henry,
Yeah.
the man that drove the steam drill, and the man that used the sledgehammer.
The man that used the sledgehammer. What does that mean?
Hickory
invented it.
dickory dock. Some chick was sucking my cock. The clock struck 2. I dropped my goo. I dumped the bitch on the next block.
Thank you, Andrew Dice Clay.
There you go. You got it.
Oh,
That's
Shandog
almost-
says high on cocaine. Okay.
That's
Well,
almost
I-
poetic.
Train.
Couldn't tell you. Never done it.
My favorite poem is "Roses are red, violets are blue. I got a knife, so get in the fucking van."
Roses are red, violets are black. God damn, your chest is as flat as your back.
Roses are red, violets are blue. You got a nose like a B-52.
Only Americans will get that one.
We invented the fucking B-52, motherfucker.
Are you sure about that?
Boeing
Shandog, I
Aircraft
don't do
Company
that
would
shit on
disagree with
cocaine.
that.
What? What? Oh, hold it. Wait. Shandog, what don't you do on cocaine?
I know what you don't do. You don't talk any sense.
Apparently.
No one do. No one ever talks any sense when they've taken cocaine. As soon as you take cocaine, you instantly start talking at the bullshit.
Are you sure you're not talking about meth?
They're both the same.
I don't know about
From my understanding.
I've talked to people that were coked out, and they were just freaking weird. I talked to people that were on meth, and they just
And they knew everything.
No, you talk about
And they knew
bullshit.
No, people on coke know everything. People on meth don't know nothing.
Okay, that's the difference then.
Guaranteed. You're on meth, you don't know shit.
I'm with you. Smoke pot, drink a little. That's it. Only way to fly. Yeah, the people on coke could sit there and tell you the history of the earth. The people on meth would just sit there and talk to hear themselves talk. Is that right? Yeah.
They just talk because their mouth can't stop.
All I know is I've spent many a night standing in some fucker's kitchen talking at the bullshit, like as if we've known each other all our life, like best friends. That's a bullshit for hours, all night.
Yeah, I've talked to cokeheads
Don't
before. They talk shit, and I'm just full of shit.
It doesn't matter where you are. The thing is, you can't. This is the problem with life. You can't become old and wise if you're not young and fucking stupid. You know?
I guess.
The way it is. It's the way it is. If you go through life doing nothing and just be living by the book and just fucking just doing everything as you're told and you should, when you get old, you ain't gonna know shit about real life.
No.
Yeah, that's kind of like my parents.
You know what I mean?
They thought they had it figured out when they were in their 20s. And from the time they were in their 20s, they haven't heard a thing.
It sounds like my parents.
Yeah, I've done a lot of fucked up shit over the years.
Yeah, my dad did some stuff, but really, really nothing. You know, they got lost in New York and they spent the night in the YMCA and did stupid stuff.
I got lost in New York once. Subway system is fucking.
They didn't even tackle the subway system. They just walked around.
I've never stayed at the YMCA.
Me neither. I've never stayed at a YMCA, and he was talking about.
Neither have I. Never did. Never want to.
You know, the YMCA had this room that everybody slept in the same room, and the guy in the bed next to my dad had an eye like you, Dizzy, and at night he took his eye out and put it in a glass of water next to the bed, and my dad woke up the next morning and saw that eye staring at him out of that glass of water.
I was waiting for you to sit there and say my dad woke up, would sit there and he was thirsty and he grabbed it and sat there and drank it.
No, he said he woke. First thing he saw was that eyeball staring back at him in the glass.
What is going on? What have we become?
The best phone call I ever got from my dad is I was at just left was it Karat, Thailand, on my way back to the world, and I was and we had to stop at Clark Air Force Base, Philippines. And I called my dad and I sit there and he goes and I'm talking to him and he goes, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm sitting at the bar. I'm going to have a couple of drinks, get a steak dinner." My last Oriental steak dinner, which was water buffalo. And I said, and then I'm going to go to bed and I'm going to get up and I got to be at the tarmac at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm coming back to the world. I ain't fucking this up, Dad. And he goes, "Good." And I go, "What? What do you mean good?" And he says, "Well, I didn't want you to go downtown Manila and sit there and bump into a resemblance of yourself who looked just like you. And at the time I wore black horn rimmed glasses that had black horn rimmed glasses on." And I sat there and my dad making a little funny there about, well, he was in Manila back in World War II and he might have spread his oats a little. And it took me a minute to figure that one out, but yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Did you find him?
Huh?
I could just imagine it'd be like a fucking episode of Family Guy where Stewie went back into the future and seen himself. And it'd be Tom like that in the Philippines, and there'd be another Tom just looking at him saying,
"Nope, that's like that episode of Family Guy where Hank Hill met his half brother in Japan
Yeah.
because his
Yeah.
father was in the Navy in World War II.
This is deep shit. I need a drink.
Well, that was my dad in World War II. I mean, he was in the
Right.
occupation forces, and he was coming home and went through Manila.
I
Hey,
hear Manila was pretty wild back then.
hey, is the Mustang done? You get a video all prettied up and leaving? It was a good job there, 88. I love the paint job on it, man. Awesome.
Oh yeah, no doubt, dude, no doubt. Yeah.
No
Oh,
diggity.
finger's sore. I have a sore finger. A sore finger. You get
I
it?
swear
A
to God.
sore finger.
If one of my kids moaned about that, I would give him something to moan about. Like a
Where's
fucking
Jimmy?
sore head.
If I had better
That's a-
triage equipment,
Listen,
I
that's the
wouldn't
one
be
thing.
complaining.
That's the one thing I have noticed with Americans against us Welsh folk. Like, if you have an injury, it's like you have cream and fucking band-aids and all that shit. You sit down, you got to rub it better, and
That's not all
know?
American. I think that's bullshit.
Crystal was
Hey,
flipping
hey,
out.
Hazy, hold on. You're going to enjoy this one, and T-Dub can verify it.
I just thought it was annoying.
He, at times, is a little slow, and she sat there and she goes, "Hazy Days is from England," and I go, "No, Welsh," and she goes, "No, England," and I go, "No, Welsh," and she goes, "There's a difference," and I go, "Hell yeah!"
Yeah, it's a different
And
country.
then she
Yeah.
started
Yeah,
Googling
I'll tell you the difference. It's not called Welsh. It's called fucking Wales for a start.
Wales, but she started Googling it and everything else, and she sat there and go, "Damn, they hate each other."
Well, they can.
Did.
They can.
We
They
don't
don't
hate
have
each other.
to, and they don't all, but they can.
Listen, I know English people that I like, and English people I don't like. I know Welsh people I like. I know Welsh people I don't like.
There you go.
I know Americans I like. I know Americans I don't like. Canadians I like. Canadians I don't like.
There you go.
Don't know any Filipinos I don't like though.
Hey, have you ever met an Australian you didn't like though?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, I have.
2 of them.
Two of them.
Yeah.
I've never met a Kiwi or an Aussie that I didn't like.
I've never met anybody from Australia, so I don't know.
Oh, you know Chopper's Rule 1, don't you?
I've never met him in person.
On my 5-day R&R,
Well,
and
not in person, but
I
you,
can't remember anything for those 4 days.
Yeah, I mean,
you
it's
sat
different in
with him
person.
on panel, haven't you?
I think it's different when you meet somebody
No,
in
I don't
person.
think I was ever on
you know.
panel with Chopper's Rule.
Okay, we all
I've
talked.
met two people from
Who
this
said
panel.
what?
Huh?
When Captain Jerk, when we met, did you think I was any different in real life?
No.
Not even a little bit different.
Well, you looked a little taller because you were actually in person. I mean, when you meet somebody that's in a little tiny box on a computer screen, there's a bit of a size differential.
Well, you know, we
Went from being this
Unless I
big
missed
to
something, I
being
never-
a 6.5-foot monster. Okay,
until I
whatever.
saw Hazy for the first time, I've never seen him stand up, you know, and being like full height. I wasn't in person with him.
That's awesome,
That's
Shandog.
before he built the shop, so that was before he started doing
Hey, I'm
videos.
Hawaiian, man.
Yeah. I mean, there are videos of me standing up, but it is hard to tell unless you're
He
standing
was
next.
in that box up in the attic.
But I got to be honest, everybody I met was exactly how I thought they would be.
Everybody,
Same here. Everybody was like, yeah, this is just like they are on YouTube.
because
Yeah,
you
it was
spent
like-
so
it
much
was-
time on
yeah.
YouTube with them.
You know, and getting to meet Dizzy, you know, and Tina was fucking incredible, you know.
But Captain Jerk was a gigantic douche, just like you knew he would be.
Listen, it was cool. We stayed at the same hotel. You know, we interacted a lot. Like fucking, there was a lot of people, and it was like, it was strange because although it was Dizzy's party, like people also come to see me a little bit too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I came
and I
to see you and Dizzy, and you Dizzy.
yeah. It was like.
And
I
Brian.
traveled so far, but even Drew. I mean, Drew traveled. You know, Drew was there. Drew traveled.
So delighted to meet Drew.
It was incredible. There was so many people. So many of us wanted to like interact, and I think we dealt with it pretty good.
I think I'm going to adopt Drew as my dad because he is like the.
Oh, Daddy Drew.
I think everybody had good time with each other. You know what I mean?
Just about everybody has adopted Drew as a dad at one point or another.
Yeah, he's a fatherly type. Not in a bad.
The only people who didn't have good time with each other really was me and Dizzy. We were too busy with everyone else. You know what I mean?
You do know that Drew already has 2 sons, right?
Three. Yeah.
One of his sons actually does YouTube. The other does not.
Yeah. Yeah, listen, a year ago today, it's fucking crazy.
You were on.
I was in London. I was in London in a hotel.
You were in the hotel at the airport today.
Well, yeah, because you went to a B&B before you went to Massachusetts.
He went to Newark and he went into.
He was in Jersey City at a B&B, an Airbnb.
Yeah, I had an apartment. Basement apartment. It was incredible. I mean, you all seen it. You were all there with me.
Oh yeah,
You were all there. Yeah.
Pat's back. Sorry,
Took
Pat.
long enough.
It was exciting times. I mean, a lot of.
I had to do stuff.
Oh no, he's back. This is the one we don't like as much, isn't it?
It's all right. Be
I
just
like
I
like
mean,
work.
you're
Fine.
okay. You're okay when you pop in for 5 and then just fuck off.
You know, and I thought that was me.
I like Elliot just fine.
I don't know. Sometimes I get you mixed up. If you're both wearing hats, I'm fucked.
Hold on. Oh no,
Okay.
it's not in here. Sorry,
How many of those Stellas have you drank today, Hazy?
17.
not enough.
How many milliliters? 667.
No, I'm only joking. Listen,
I was mistaken. That's a 25
I'm being
ounce.
a little bit obnoxious on purpose.
That's a
trying to rile
25
you all
ounce.
up.
That's a 25
I'm trying
ounce.
to rile you up, you know?
How many milliliters is 10 ounces?
Probably up 200. And,
Oh, come on. The metric system's easy. It's a base 10 system.
Yeah, this is
That's not what I asked you.
this is 660 milliliters.
that's 25 ounces. That's a tall boy.
Very
Yeah,
160
I'm only-
milliliters?
He's drinking a tall boy.
160?
well. Hold
I
it,
just
hold it,
put one.
David.
I
No,
just
I
put
would
one.
rephrase that.
Well, 12 is 312 milliliters. Where does it say?
I don't know. Hey,
I don't know.
maybe you ought to have a drinking party on YouTube. I wonder how
Listen,
far
I'm
that.
trying to like give up the drinking. I haven't been drinking all week. I'm having 2 beers tonight.
Yeah, you weren't around for last year, Shandog. So, okay, well, where were you on holiday, Shandog?
Yeah, he fucked off on holiday when I was in Worcester. Can you believe that?
He did?
Well, he already had
Yeah.
something planned.
Well, wait. Shandog was in Worcester or on the East Coast almost the same time you were, Hazy?
He lives in Worcester. He lives by Dizzy. And
Oh,
but when I
Worcester?
come up to Worcester, we went on holiday.
So he's got that thick accent. So when he says khakis or car keys, it sounds the same, right?
I lost my khakis. Car keys or khakis? My khakis.
I parked the car in the yard.
Park the
And when I
car.
came up,
Oh, he was at the beach with the family.
Pat, that was your God. what was
Brian
your friend?
Bonamano.
Yeah, there you go.
That was
Hey,
the funny thing.
speaking of
The house,
speaking of Aussies, hey Gaffer.
Gaffa.
hello,
went to-
Gaffer.
Boston for the first time in my life in 2016. I watched 2 guys duke it out as if it was a Mike Tyson championship fight over a parking spot.
Yeah.
You got to be kidding me.
No,
You
I-
That's
video
what
it?
real men do.
Did you video it?
No, I wish I could have, but I was lit. Roland had got me, my former supervisor got me lit off of wine. And so I was stumbling around downtown Boston and I saw these two dudes, I mean, full on fist fight
Yep. That's
over
Boston.
a parking
I went to
spot.
Boston.
Yep,
I went
that's
to Boston. I had to go to Boston to swap my rental because I had a flat tire, and I had to go to the airport in Boston to do an exchange.
You know,
And it was
Alec
so hot.
Baldwin actually does that kind of stuff, but he does it in New York City.
Yeah, but we stopped at this little place and had
Boston
pizza.
for a committee meeting, and then I stayed the weekend, and then I went and got this. Ooh.
All right. Listen, the road system in Boston is crazy. You know,
Don't
in
ever
a,
drive in
oh,
Boston. They have an
geez.
excellent mass transit system.
you're either in a tunnel or on a bridge.
Try to drive in Boston. It's crazy.
I did drive in Boston.
I know you just like took your life in your hands. You know, it's like
I drove all over the world.
drove
I
in
drove-
Boston.
Hey, Gaffer.
I drove through 42nd Street.
I know you did. You took video of
And
it.
I done a live stream while I was doing it.
Daisy, you drove in areas I don't ever care to drive in.
I don't will never ever ever dream in those areas.
I also drove through the Bronx.
So what they're saying is they'd rather
Drove
stick
through
their
the
dick in a
Bronx.
pencil sharpener than drive in Boston.
What I'm saying is, I
Mom
always
and
throw
I had a
myself
good
in.
time driving in Boston.
It's a wonder he didn't end up in jail.
All right, somebody's drilling a hole in the bottom of my tequila shot glasses in my beer.
There's not many places I wouldn't drive, but you know, like when you see India, like some places in India where it's just fucking, just everyone just going everywhere.
Well, let me say this.
Downtown Bangkok.
Everybody talks about New York and how dangerous it is and all that. That's true everywhere. New York.
No,
People
New
live there
York,
every day.
sense of organization.
You know,
Go to Bangkok, Thailand. Go to
it's
Patio
probably
Beach.
a lot worse.
Hong Kong. I mean, these people drive. I mean, motor scooter fits in, elbows tucked in. You go anywhere.
Yeah.
You can deal with
Listen,
the
I
heat
watched-
sheaths. I'm
I
good.
watched a video. I watched a video the other day where, like, I think it was in the Philippines, where this, I think it was like a yak or something, some big animal got loose. It might have been a horse. It might have been a horse, but like a horse-sized animal.
Water buffalo.
All right.
I don't know
you guys
what it
ready?
Off the top of my head, to be honest now, but it was a big animal. And it got spooked, and then it's running up the fucking road, and they're trying to catch it. But it's just knocking people off their bikes and everything, just running into cars. Because in the Philippines, where they're on the little bikes there all the
It's
time,
probably
you know?
not a horse. It was probably something else. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what. The reason I say that, I can't remember what it was, but I know
Yeah.
it was a big animal, like that type of thing, you know. Yeah, and they're following in a truck, like trying to warn people ahead of it, and it was causing fucking carnage.
You ready for this one, fellers?
What is it?
David,
Is that a
you got
mole?
here.
Hang on.
Are you ready for that?
Make Captain Jerk big. He's going to show us something. He's gone.
Oh fuck! What's that? That's a crystal ball.
Yeah. He showed that. You've shown that before, haven't you?
It's a
Cap?
crystal ball the size of my friggin' head.
Yeah, wait. I want to see that bigger. Where's Tom gone?
Oh,
He went to
Get
get
more
a beer.
booze.
He
God.
said there was a hole in his glass. There's a hole in my can. Look. It's empty.
There's a hole in my bucket.
There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza. There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, a hole.
Who sings that song?
Excuse me.
Everybody does.
Anybody that wants to.
Yeah, good answer. I was gonna say, let's keep it that way. Motherfucker.
Hazy. I have a question for you, Hazy.
What?
I have a couple of coworkers that like your CD. They want me to bootleg it, and I told them I refused to do it unless I get your permission.
Fucking listen, let's live free, shall we? Let's just do it. Fuck it.
Burn it.
All right, because I told him, I said, you can get your stuff off of iTunes, or I can talk to him and have him, and I'll buy a couple CDs.
You tell those
off you.
motherfuckers, listen, you tell those motherfuckers if they listen to my music, if they enjoy my music, it's because they're listening to the words. Yeah? And if they can't see it upon their hearts to fucking donate to my channel, and those cheap ass motherfuckers want to fucking have a free ride, while I'm in my workshop fucking slugging up my guts, making shit like this.
Well, they can't get
people
a
around the world,
CD anymore, so
so
somebody
people around the world can have stuff.
Well, you know what?
cheap.
They're going to have to pay for your shit because you're a hardworking man. So I will make sure that they go to your
Yeah.
page
You know,
and they buy
Tom-
your CD.
Tom,
Well, listen, give them a little, listen, give them a little hint. Tell them the name of my CD is called Me, My Soul, and Six Strings. Like, that's
Yep.
it.
That's it.
Me,
There you
My
go,
Soul,
Tom.
and Six
check
Strings.
it out.
So,
You gonna
tell
make,
them,
you gonna present or what?
99, 99. No, listen, see, on a serious note,
Strings.
you do what the fuck you want.
Anybody want it on a cassette?
Wait, in my case, it's Me, My Soul, and one string.
Tom,
Don't tell me you're doing it. Just do
Tom, are
it.
you gonna present this thing, or is my hand gonna fall off?
Okay, just hang on.
Give the man what he wants,
Okay.
Dad.
This thing is made out of like crystal. Come on now, it weighs like 10 pounds.
It's not made out of crystal, which is a real crystal.
It's
Hey,
the
try
size of my
go out there and
freaking
roll
head.
it down the staircase.
Dude, if you
Can you
freaking
imagine?
rolled
I can
this down
imagine
the
Captain
stairs,
Jack.
you would destroy
Alright.
your staircase.
Everybody
All
in
right,
the
all right,
building-
Captain, did you make that?
No, I bought it.
Listen, I can imagine
China.
him pulling that out of a game of marbles.
Making
It was
sure
like-
y'all are on the up and up.
It was expensive. Oh,
Sure it was.
it cost
Why
less
would
than
you buy
50
that?
bucks.
Why would you
It was
want
so
It
that?
really did.
expensive, he
It cost
stayed
less
in
than
the
50
box.
bucks.
Yeah, why would you want that though?
It's crystals. It belongs to
Okay.
her.
Okay, so you didn't
Not
want it.
me. She wanted it for her birthday, so I got it for her.
I understand. Women are weird. They like that sort of shit. Although it is good, I do like a huge fucking crystal like that is fascinating, but I don't really want one. You know,
I have to make a stand for it.
really. Yeah.
She wants my nut, but she's not getting it.
Oh, you sure?
He wants your nut, but she's not getting it.
I'm not going there. I ain't not even going. Oh, your big nut.
What's that? Holy shit! What is that? How big
It's
is
a
it?
nut.
Yeah, I can see that.
All right.
I use
Hold
it.
on. Wait,
I actually
I
use this.
had to reach for this one. So,
I use this as an anvil.
all right, is that like she might want my piston, but she ain't getting it?
What the fuck is that?
That's a piston out of a B-24 Liberator.
This is a big ass piston.
Yep.
That's why they called it a liberator. I think.
It was a radial engine. It was like a 12 or
If I don't
Oh,
liberate, you,
radial
nothing will.
engine. Oh wow,
Yeah,
9
it's a
cylinder,
big
9 or
radial.
12 cylinder.
that's dope. I like
It was,
that.
it was like 18 cylinder.
Hey,
Okay.
bro, our
What's up?
dinner tonight's Tommy Tamale.
Yeah, I know. Evelyn told me.
No,
Oh, God.
Outside.
You getting that killer burrito again, T-Dub?
no, I can't do that no more. That hurt me last time. I broke myself.
I don't know. I
That sounds good, burrito. Right?
probably half my burrito in your refrigerator after that last one.
Yeah,
There's
I
this
ate it.
place here called Moe's. They have the best burritos. They do. That's all they do is burritos.
Ooh.
And they make it for
I
you.
think
There's this big counter. Imagine a Subway, but they make burritos instead of sandwiches.
Not to sit there and to frown, but no, Tommy Tamale's burrito, gut bomb 101.
Oh, that's 1.5 pounds of meat, cheese, beans, and rice.
This is a 6-inch diameter, by the way.
They're pretty
100,
big. They're
150
like,
mil.
Let me
And
tell
yet
you,
they
last
wonder
month-
why Americans have an obesity problem.
Everything's bigger in America. And then everything's bigger in Texas.
100 mil is 4 inches. 150 mil is 6 inches.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All
Now,
day.
thank you, Captain Jerk, for the metric lesson.
6 inches in circumference or diameter?
I know both. I know
Diameter.
both.
It looks like it's about 6 inches.
That's a burrito about that big around?
No, it's the crystal ball.
Or the crystal ball?
Ball.
Okay.
If you had a burrito
Crystal ball
6
the size
inches
of my head.
diameter, you would die.
That's a fairly large size crystal ball. Is that all from one material?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yes,
That's
big.
impressive.
Well, listen, guys, it's 25
If you-
past
if you
12 for
pay
me.
the
I
Chinese-
gotta go.
If you pay the Chinese enough
gotta
money,
go?
they make really cool
See
stuff.
you later, Hazy. Take it easy.
See you later.
I'll
Hazel.
speak to you all
Take
soon.
it easy.
Daisy.
Later, Daisy. Later, Daisy Hayes.
Hazel Dazel.
I'll be Daisy tomorrow afternoon once the mail arrives.
What's coming?
The
Can't talk
stimulus.
about it on here.
Oh.
I'm
got
not
a-
implicating anybody.
Hold it, wait, let me see. Hang on.
No, it was delayed for some reason, Dad.
It was?
Yeah, it was on my email report from the Postal Service that it was supposed to be delivered today, but the only thing delivered were my towels for washing a car.
Oh.
Chamois.
Well, most of that stuff's for your granddaughters. It's your mom's box. Not
I
mine.
know. I ordered a large towel so I can only use one towel to wash dry off my wife's SUV. And that's the only thing that arrived today.
Remember when I got the black Camaro? I went to Target and I got 2 black big towels to wash and wax that thing with.
Yep. I almost stole those towels when I moved to Texas.
I still use those. Right now, one towel's on the tool bench with the bumper on it as I'm wet sanding it for the smooth look that I want. I will be painting tomorrow.
That's the rumor.
So he'll be watching paint dry tomorrow.
Yes,
Pretty
sir.
much. Well, it's better than watching flies fuck, so.
Well, actually, for the next 3 days, I don't know. They say 3 days for this to sit there and do the sand. And I waited 3 days for it to sit there in the sand, and I did it. And it sanded. I mean, you couldn't. This is epoxy. You figure it'd be rough. It just worked real. Oh man. Hold on. All right. It just worked real easy. I had no problem with it.
Epoxy?
Yeah, epoxy primer.
Epoxy sand's really nice.
Yes.
I know.
Personal experience there. That skull is awesome. For the record, my wife said she wants one.
Well, you know, it sounds like
Here it comes.
experience. I think I'm going to just get
Hold
some.
on, wait, Captain Jerk. Seems like you're going into business on skull making.
Maybe.
All right, what will you charge for one of those? Because my wife liked it and she wants one. I got a happy wife, happy life.
Okay, just for the record,
Hmm.
these are solid all the way through. And this is my old design. I actually have a new design coming. This is my old poopy design. It's still cool. Sure, no problem. But I can do better. So
You give
this
me
is
a
the
price.
last one this is the last one I'm doing with this mold in this condition. Okay. I
Mhm.
have to make a new mold if I'm gonna make this skull anymore. That skull is right here, by the way. I've redesigned it. I'm not
Give
going
me-
to go into the details of how I redesigned it, but I'm making this skull a new mold for it.
Actually, I'd like to sit there and get one of his skulls. And can you see it? T-Dub center dashboard of the Camaro with his lights on. The minute you turn headlights on, red lights.
That's cool.
Well,
Let me
actually-
know a price for the new mold, and I'll be more than happy to send you cash for
Okay,
a new
PayPal,
skull.
Venmo, GPay, whatever.
Tom, I have to. I have to give you some a heads up about having a red lit up thing on your dashboard.
The
Probably
police
not a
don't
good
like it.
idea.
Yeah, they might think that you're a cop.
I don't know. You
You
got
might think you were impersonating a law enforcement vehicle.
Luckily, we
No,
know
no.
enough Leos in Vegas that we could probably get away with it.
Yeah.
They would
No, go down
they would
the
sit
street.
there and look at me and go, "Oh, Jesus Christ!"
It's
And
a
I
cop.
sat there, yeah, all right, yeah.
Hey, Pat,
What's up?
give Dad your GoPro for a weekend, and once he gets the skull from Captain Jerk, have Dad go down the strip in his Camaro with that bright red fucking skull on the strip. I'll
Okay.
call Jason and I'll call somebody, and I'll get it cleared.
Okay.
The strip's getting back to bumper and bumper traffic, T-Dub.
Well, you can't fix stupid, can you, Dad?
No. The thing that really kills me most about this town is how it evolves with the big casinos and everything else. And probably not too many people know this, but Fremont Street used to drive on it, and that was a cruise street. That, I mean, if you
That
went-
was the old Las Vegas Boulevard.
Yeah, well, Fremont Street, from Las Vegas Boulevard to Maine, and basically what it was if you remember looking at oh God, what was it? American Graffiti, to where they cruise. You had
It's one of my
every back in the day in the 50s and 60s and 70s, every town had a cruise street.
Yep.
And back, and I'll tell you, I was fortunate to look at two cruise streets, because one cruise street was in Waukegan, Illinois, was Geneseo, and there were major races made off of that.
Hey, Tertessa, how you doing?
Another cruise street was down in the south side of the city of Chicago, and I saw some ridiculous stuff pulled off the trailer to race there. And the third cruise street I really enjoyed was Fremont Street. I mean, it was a party. I mean, cars were only going 2 miles an hour, but it was and somebody pull up to a stoplight, it turned green or red, excuse me, and it was a Chinese fire drill. Everybody was doing those. Remember that? Run around.
Mm-hmm.
But it was, yeah. Did I raising your hand?
I remember.
Mhm.
I even got to be the driver a bunch of times, even though I never had a license.
Yeah. But yeah, it was just outstanding. I mean,
Well, I was going, where do I remember Fremont Street from? Oh, American Graffiti. Yeah.
That's it. It's something similar on American Graffiti. You're right.
yeah.
Like Virginia
It was
Beach.
before the old Union Plaza was there.
Watch the James Bond movie, Diamonds Are Forever. He's ripping down Fremont Street. One scene, he's coming back up Fremont Street, looking at the Plaza Hotel that's still under construction.
You know, I've had dinner with the owner of the Fremont Street, or not the but the old, what's the hotel at the end there?
The plaza.
Plaza.
The Plaza. I've had the Gahn family, Gaughn.
Yeah,
His son's a NASCAR driver.
yeah.
I've had dinner with them there.
And on South Fork.
Hmm. You can thank Joey for that.
This box smells funny.
Yes, she does.
It's got that offshore stink to it.
She does. Well, she did. Let me say, it's been a couple of decades.
But yeah, that's like the Landmark. I got all those pictures of Landmark being imploded and everything else.
I found it.
And I'm in our closet. Your mom's in my closet the other day, and I come across a Landmark windbreaker, and I stuffed that back in the closet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a collector's item.
Your mom, grandma,
Get back in the attic.
what was it, in 80? I want to say 88, 89. I was around sixth grade. She stayed there when she came to visit. And that was one of the last time she came to visit because you didn't see eye to eye
John.
with her politically.
No,
That was around the end of the Reagan administration where Bush got
Can't
elected.
go lower.
no, we didn't. I did not teed up, and where you came in, I did not see eye to eye her from her. The minute I came or left for Thailand, actually, it started when I left for Thailand.
I get that. I wasn't trying to go down that rabbit hole because I know all about that. But that was the time she came and tried to make amends with you, and she stayed. Her and Pete stayed at the Landmark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This place is nuts.
Nuts.
What size is that? A 3/4 inch? Like 1 3/4 inch?
It's like 3.
Real nut. Is that a real nut?
You could throw that at somebody and kill them with it.
Yeah, you could throw
That's
it.
the,
But
those hold up
Look at the threads.
lights.
Look at the threads.
Hold on, Captain Jerk. Is that coarse or fine threads?
Here, I'll show you what the nut is. You ready? Here's the serial number on it.
All right, guys, it's 4:36. We are 2 hours into the show, definitely. And I want to thank everybody for coming on. We're going to have to close it out. Got stuff to do. T-Dub's got dinner to cook.
No. I'm lazy tonight.
Oh, okay. Well, here we go. So I want to thank everybody for coming on. Shandog, Graffa.
Oh,
80
come on. Run it long. Come on. Suck it up. Run it long.
It is running long. It's 6 minutes over.
You ran 6 minutes over.
6
Hazy
minutes
days.
ain't shit.
Well, you want to keep going, T-Dub? How long do you want to keep going?
We can keep going till the wife shows up because then I got to eat dinner.
Oh, wife is gone. Hold it. Wait.
Well, Tom, you can leave and we can keep the show going.
We can take over Dad's page. There you go. Pat, you on board?
Sure, why not?
All right. Fuck
Well,
it.
I don't have much time now. I'm getting hungry.
No, I don't have much time either.
I
I'm
hate
sure the
when we
wife's
got
due
on
to be
here,
back
so
within the.
We ought to call
I'm
it
just-
a night then.
I'm just giving the old
I'm
man a
good to
hard
rock and
time.
roll. I already
Well,
ate.
yeah, well, the old man's getting a hard time here. Oh, wait, Captain Jerk, you want to hold on to the show?
No.
No.
Majority vote.
All right. Then we're going to go. I want to thank everybody for coming. I want to thank
Have a great night, guys. Thank you for chatting with me.
Hey, thanks for
Take it
having me
easy.
up.
Have a good weekend.
Captain Jerk.
Have a great weekend. Don't do anything I would do.
T-Dub, Pat,
You guys have a good one.
later, fellers.
All right. You all good?
Push a button.
We're pushing.